So we all have an artist that we listen to constantly and we'll dick ride until the wheels fall off. You know, like your average Taylor Swift fan or Tyler the Creator fan. But if there's one thing I've realized within the growing popularity of these artists is that y'all don't even mess with some of these artists legitimately and only follow them for the trend. Which is why for today's video, I'm going to be going through these artists that have fake followers and expose y'all for the morons you are. You're welcome. Scooby Gang, man, we're back. It's another Monday. You know, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Of course, I'm, recording this ahead of time, so I don't know what's going to happen on Monday. The world could end, you know what I mean? But at least you're getting a certified hood classic, We could see the Bengals get embarrassed just like how the Broncos did on Sunday. You know what I mean? You don't know, but hey, at least you're getting a certified hood classic. You know what I mean? We got to talk about how some of y'all be capping about who the people y'all really support. Like, are you really an Earl Sweatshirt fan? Or did you only just hear him on like a few songs of Tyler the Creator and you kind of just went from there? Are you really a Taylor Swift fan? Or do you only listen to her Taylor's version albums? You know what I mean? That's the shit I want to talk about. And for today, we got to talk about rappers that you feel people only pretended to like. Because, if there's one thing about the internet, a lot of y'all be capping about who y'all support, man. So RC Roadster here, right, says something, right, that I feel is pretty spicy. And you know what? I personally agree with, right? Any rapper who dies. Now, in my personal opinion, I said it before, I agree with this statement. I do agree with this statement. I feel as if a lot of y'all low-key do be meat munching whenever any rapper dies. Like, for example, right? Let's take Mac Miller, for example, right? I know Mac Miller, he was a more loved and respected figure within the industry, but like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did not care about Mac Miller's music at all, and I don't listen to him regularly. I still don't even post death. I don't listen to his music. I don't know, maybe I might just be speaking from my own perspective here, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like it was just a weird influx of like just out of nowhere Mac Miller fans in like out of nowhere Mac Miller support that came out like after he passed away. I said it before, I'm not gonna take away what he did, you know what I mean? Of course he would have had some fans, you know what I mean? But like, when I think of Mac Miller, you know what I mean? The only thing I can really think of him in music wise would be that one song he made with Ariana Grande, and I mean that's it for me. Like, even the following comment here basically doubled down on my point. Like, talking about like Nipsey Hussle, like, not even, not to downplay his work for his community, of course, but like, while Nipsey Hussle was still alive, I might have heard like a few things, you know what I mean? But I feel like in terms of any sort of like wider love, I feel like Nipsey Love's like support only was really on like the West Coast. I feel like anybody outside of that area didn't care as much about Nipsey Hussle. So to see him like pass away and everybody kind of like ride the Nipsey Hussle wave, it was like, oh, okay, I guess. Somebody said these are the worst takes ever. Somebody said Yeet. Do people pretend to like Yeet? I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Yeet. I kind of fuck with Yeet. I feel like he has pretty good music. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not like any like certified hood classic, something to make me cry, but like, I feel like he got some bangers. I feel like he has a couple of solid, easily digestible tracks that, that can kill the speakers in your 2005 Nissan Altima. But I mean, that's just me. You know what I mean? I think the issue with, I feel like this person would probably even have of Yeet is just the fact that like a lot of TikTok kids like Yeet, a lot of like the newer generation of kids. But I mean, I wouldn't really say people pretend to like Yeet. I feel like Yeet, if you really like Yeet, you'd actually like Yeet, because Yeet is a pretty unique sound within the hip hop sphere. So it's like, if you actually like him, you know what I mean, it's going to be a lot more genuine. It's like liking Playboi Carti. Like, you're not just going to say you like Playboi Carti. You know what I mean? Travis Scott. I don't know. I wouldn't really say people pretend to like Travis Scott either. I mean, Travis Scott is like one of the most commercially successful hip hop artists today, with like him being only close to Drake at this point. I mean, I think the only people that would pretend to care about Travis Scott are just the only people who know like Sicko Mode or something. But I mean, I feel like, Travis Scott's fans are pretty genuine. You know what? I feel like this entire video is going to be like personal preference, but whatever. I don't give a shit. I can do what I want. Somebody said people think only white people listen to Doom. Well, I am people. I do think only white people listen to Doom, but or at least the majority, man. Come on, man. If you watch Fantano and you listen to hip hop, you listen to MF Doom. You are 9 times out of 10 early 20-year-old white dude who listens to MF Doom. I've met people who say they love Gucci Mane but can't name a song past Lemonade. Wow, that is crazy disrespectful to Goo Wop. Gucci Mane. Come on, 16 million listeners. Yeah, I haven't listened to Gucci Mane in years, but what I will say is, right, I'm gonna say this, right, I don't really think people pretend to listen to Gucci Mane. I mean, come on. He's like a trap legend. He's like one of the most prolific Southern hip hop artists of all time. I mean, come on. Him, Jeezy, and T.I. paved the way for like the sound you hear in trap today.
Nothing here to see, factories overseas.
Somebody else says Ice Spice, man. My favorite industry plant, my favorite CIA experiment. Would I say she's somebody people pretend to like? I feel like this, right? Nobody actually likes Ice Spice, right? They just like the sound that she makes. You know what I mean? They just like the energy she brings. I don't think anybody ever actually gave a shit about Ice Spice, like just in a general sense. I mean, I know I don't. So would I say people are pretending to like her? I mean, I don't know. No, it's like nobody ever actually gave a shit in the beginning. You know what I mean? Somebody said Travis Scott's production saves his lack of bars. That's crazy. I'll say this, right? Utopia, right, had some of the weakest lyricism in all of Travis Scott's discography. But at the same time, right, you cannot say Travis Scott has a lack of bars, because he has some moments where he slides. Travis Scott has a lot of songs in which he slides, and so to say he has a lack of bars is crazy. Alright, just off the top of my head, his featuring verse for Out for the Night Part 2 is so goated to me. That is genuinely one of my more favorite Travis Scott verses. He slid so amazingly on that shit. Better yet, I want to listen to it right now. Like, listen to that. Listen to that. That's bars. My heart in this shit to a heart attack, running this shit to cardiac. Y'all don't even get those bars. You know how the cardiac arrest happens? It happens in your heart. Y'all not even prepared. Y'all not. Somebody here says Death Grips or just MC Ride in a general sense. Okay, first off, sweetie, I feel like the only people who would actually pretend to like Death Grips are people who just watch Fantano nonstop. But I like, as an actual Death Grips listener, as an actual Death Grips connoisseur, I think they make great music, in my opinion. I mean, for the most part. Sure, they got a lot of stuff that's like, but Death Grips is an acquired taste. You know what I mean? It's once again, it's just like Yeet and Cardi. If you actually do like Death Grips, you know what I mean? You're not gonna pretend that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna fake that. You know what I mean? I think the only thing that just annoys me about like people who pretend to like Death Grips is just how they hype up the Money Store just because it got a 10 out of 10 from Fantano, when in my opinion, I don't like the Money Store. I think their best album is probably Government Plates or No Love Deep Web. I loved both of those albums equally, but I didn't really care for the Money Store. I thought it was just chaotic and stupid. Dude tried to say Sexy Red, and then the following comment said, "She's not for you, bro. She makes music for ratchet bitches." Bro, oh my gosh, bro. I hate that shit is kind of true. But I will say this, though. Hey, I am a ratchet bitch, and I love Sexy Red. So, somebody said Lizzo. I mean, she's not even a rapper, dumbass. I don't know. I feel like who pretends to like Jack Harlow? That's like pretending to like raisins. Like, what's the point? Who gives a shit? 1 Drake, 2 Drake, Red Drake, Blue Drake. 2 Drake comments in a row. Do people pretend to like Drake? No. I feel like those are just cock munchers, but I mean, Drake's fan base is filled with cock munchers, so who's actually pretending? Somebody said Youngboy. Youngboy doesn't have anybody who pretends to like his stuff, because I mean, have you actually met a Youngboy fan? Those are some serious dick riders, bro. They're not pretending. Yeah, like, I agree more with the following comment here. I feel like people pretend to hate Drake more than they actually love him, because I mean, I see so much people give shit to Drake, and while I'm not the biggest Drake fan, I'm also not going to sit here and act like he's like the worst like rapper of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give him benefit of the doubt. He has certified hood classics, and I'm not going to deny him that. And I mean, even if it is the case of him being the reason why I'm able to get laid, sure, at least it's working, right? It's working. And it's not working for Daddy Long Leg 2003, because you were not playing enough Drake. That's why you're not getting laid, bro. So that's a problem for you, not for me. Somebody said 2 Chainz. Who pretends to like 2 Chainz? Dumbass. I'm just seeing a mixture of dumbass comments of who would actually pretend to like these people, and just a lot of very basic and boring answers. You know, like, who pretends to like Kodak? Kodak is a shit rapper. Drake again. Drake one more time. Please shut up. We get it. You don't like Drake because you can't get bitches. Drake again for the 4th time. Travis Scott again. Drake again. Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill myself. Drake again. Somebody said Billy Woods, Kitty Seagal, and the whole Serengeti vibe. You know what? I actually do agree with this comment. Some of y'all be cock munching Billy Woods. Y'all really need to shut up. Drake. West Side Gun. Would people pretend to like West Side Gun? If you actually heard West Side Gun rap, you would automatically know whether you like him or you hate him. Like, there's no in between. All I gotta say is, alright, some of y'all are fake, some of y'all are phony, but some of y'all are legit. And as far as I'm concerned, hating on Drake does not make you special. And also, liking Death Grips does not make you special either. So, on that note, I'm gonna go to bed. It is late at night while I'm recording this, but I hope nothing happens on Monday while I'm finishing this video and it kind of hinders y'all from seeing a Certified Hood Classic. So, see y'all. Good night. Fuck off. The feds are watching. Destroy everything. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Glad to drop another Certified Hood Classic. But if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe as well. Follow my IG, Twitter, and follow Chocolate on Instagram for more illustrations. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time when I challenge you to only read the dictionary in Pig Latin. Peace.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.